Just across the Indiana border, we are in Wren, Ohio for the 26th annual Wren Wiffleball Tournament Championship game here on WOSN. Good evening, everyone, and it is back to sports here on WOSN alongside Dave Bowen. I'm Patrick Kamler, and we are excited to bring you this event that's really not like anything else that you're going to experience here on WOSN as the lights go out. This is the 26th rendition of the Wren Tournament Championship, and we've got a repeat from last year's game. The Eager Beavers will go against the Long Ballers. The Beavers won the tournament last year, and they're going to look for a repeat in this year's spectacle, Dave.
Yeah, you don't see that very often in the sense that we have both teams in the championship game. We've had some outstanding tournament games thus far. It's been beautiful weather last night and today. And yes, these two teams, the Eager Beavers and the Long Ballers, have earned the right to play in the 26th annual Renway Park Wiffleball Warehouse Championship game.
The lights are out on the field. New lights, some new refinements here at the warehouse, and we'll talk about that as our broadcast unfolds this evening, and we'll give you just a quick snippet, a quick insight here into the sights and sounds of the Renway Tournament Championship. Getting ready for the starting lineups here. First for the Eager Beavers.
Little music intro. It's what the fans like. I think we have around 1,500 people here for the championship game of year 26.
Now, if this is the first time you're watching this, you may think, what have I stumbled onto here? What is going on? And this championship, as we've said, gone on for, this is the 26th year of it, and they make a big deal of this. I mean, this is really a spectacle, and there's a lot that goes into this. And for the community, really, this is just kind of thing they rally around every single year.
You've got that right. The town of Wren, Ohio, has been established as the Wiffleball Warehouse Championship location in the state of Ohio. Governor Ted Strickland, some 15 years ago, made that the case. But we're real excited to have everyone here, WOSN, watching, the viewers, as you see this a little bit before we get Friday Night Football started next week.
As we unfold the starting lineups here, some of the names that you'll hear and we talk about are actually well known and may sound familiar if you watch high school football on WTLW and WOSN, because a lot of these guys played high school football and have participated in this tournament as well. We're going to step away and take a quick break and come right back. We'll have the lineups for the Beavers and the Long Ballers as pregame festivities continue here at the 26th Wren Wiffleball Championship on WOSN. Welcome back. Starting lineups here at the Wren Wiffleball Tournament Championship. The Eager Beavers.
Yep, they're being introduced at this time. The Eager Beavers got to the championship game by defeating
Clean 13 there in the semifinals.
Yep, and then before that, they defeated the Honey Badgers, and in the first round game, they took care of Putman Stables.
16 teams compete in the tournament each year. We'll go into that as the tournament unfolds, the championship game, and a lot of these guys are from the area, as we said. They're going to college here in local areas. Cole Rolston, who was announced, going to Ohio State. Malachi Murphy from Wheeling Jesuit, and a couple other guys here just in the area and coming back here before getting back to school, or in some cases they've graduated and already moving on to what they're doing. And for the Long Ballers who are about to get announced, there's quite a few Bowling Green products, so a lot of Falcons on the field tonight for the Ballers.
Absolutely.
Coach Rue from the Hogue House University. And Trevor Root from BTSU.
So the Ballers getting announced, and you see the smoke, you see the lights, and as we said, they get into this. And Dave, you've been a part of this tournament almost from the very beginning. This is just kind of how it is. This is what they do to pump up this event and get people excited for the tournament, which doesn't take much for as many years as this has been done.
Nope, not at all. They'll be talking about next year starting tomorrow, and looking forward to what the Wiffle Ball Warehouse Committee brings to the table to create that excitement. But the teams, they want to be in this championship game, be part of the pageantry, and enjoy the opportunity to go out here and compete in the game of wiffle ball, the game you played in your backyard as a kid. And you bring a lot of that fun and enthusiasm to the game, but the level of competition is very, very high as well.
There you hear Jordan Roop from Crestview also. Preston Zaleski being announced, also a Crestview product. A couple other guys around here from Crestview, and Dylan. And Delphus, I think Delphus Jefferson, there's a couple guys here that were on Wildcats teams in the past, so it's not much of a stretch to you play high school sports, basketball, football, whatever have you, and then you are a part of this, particularly if this is a part of Ohio that you compete in.
Yes, absolutely, and again, it's just another opportunity for the young men to showcase their skills in front of a nice crowd.
Starting lineups have been announced. We'll step away, and the pregame festivities will continue when we come back here to Wren, Ohio on WOSN. That was a performance of Amazing Grace, and the Wren homecoming weekend. Really, the reason this started was to bring the community, bring the people of this community back together.
Yep, the definition of the word homecoming. At this time, we will have our national anthem.
Sons of the American Legion present the colors of our great nation.
So we'll have the presentation of colors followed by the national anthem.
Tonight's national anthem is being performed by recording sensation Mr. Corey Brett.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The fireworks go off. The American flag brought in by drone.
You don't see that every day.
You don't see that every day. That is for certain. Getting ready to get started here. The championship is next between the Beavers and the Long Ballers here on WOSN. Getting ready for the tournament championship game to start here from Wren, Ohio. The Wren Wiffleball Championship here on WOSN. A coin flip decides who's going to be home and away, and the Long Ballers won the toss. So the Ballers in green will be the home team, which means the Beavers in orange will be first up to bat. We'll have Cole Rolston, Damian Helm, and Malachi Murphy first up to bat for the Beavers. And the defensive alignment for the Long Ballers, there are 6 players on the field in wiffle ball: a catcher, a pitcher, and then a first and third baseman-ish, and then a right center and left center fielder is how that lineup is going to go. And it's going to be Mink there pitching, Henry catching, Camp at third, Roop at first, and Zaleski over at right center, and Lingrich over here in left center. 121 feet to the poles, 125 feet dead center, and in years past there haven't been a whole lot of home runs, but this year there's been quite a few throughout the tournament, Dave.
Yeah, we've had 11 so far in the tournament. It gets a little heavy here come championship game time at 9:30, the air does, so it's a little harder to put one out. We did have one in the Final Four, but we had 10 home runs in the first and second round to add to that one in the Final Four. So you mentioned the defensive alignment, Patrick. That's your standard alignment. Once again, these are 2 veteran teams. They will shift a little bit depending on who's up to the plate.
First up is going to get a called strike. 3 balls and 3 strikes is how they do it in wiffle ball. And this one is going to be up the middle, and Zaleski quick fielded, but unable, a little late on the throw. So Rolston will get on to start out the Beaver first.
Always important to get that leadoff hitter on.
And now Helm up at the plate. The wiffle ball action actually moves quite fast. This is a shot to center field. And the runners are going to advance as Rolston is going to head home, play at the plate, and the throw is off the mark, and a run already scored by the Beavers. They're up 1-0. Helm moves to third.
Cole Rolston very aggressive here early on. I don't think we've seen a runner score from first base the whole tournament on basically a single up the middle. He just kept running, rounded second, hit the black hole at third, and didn't stop till he crossed home plate.
So Malachi Murphy at the dish now. Takes ball 1. Ball 2. And ball 3.
Gets the free pass.
So the first 3 hitters have reached for the Beavers, and that's going to bring up Brock Rolston. And Rolston, short shot to just in front of second base. And Roop there is fielding it, and that's one away.
You've got some athletes out here. Jordy Roop with a nice catch coming in behind the pitcher's mound.
Nehemiah Murphy now with runners at the corners, one away. And that one in there for a strike. Hello, right to third. Play at first is good. Run play going home, and he's safe. Gets underneath the tag, and it's 2-0 Beavers with 2 away.
Early on, you take the out, you try and get the run at home plate, but they score there. Probably the biggest piece of this is that the runner on first is all the way to third now. So with 2 outs, they get a single here. They'll score another run and put 3 on the board here. Spencer Ralston stepping to the plate.
Beavers aggressive on the base paths here to start out. This is Spencer Ralston. And this right to the first baseman rather, gets there for the 3rd out. So a 2-run first inning for the Beavers as we head to the bottom of the first here on WOSN. Back here for the bottom of the first, Beavers with a 2-run top of the first inning, and now the Long Ballers up to bat for the first time. The Connor Lingerich gives this one a ride, and it is caught there by Rolston at right center field. Rolston joined by Helm back there in the outfield, Nehemiah Murphy, Cole Rolston, and Malachi Murphy there in the infield. And this is a shot to left center field, actually right on the line there. And that'll get a base hit. Spencer Rolston catching.
Adrian Camp with the single. He plays third for the Long Ballers. Has had a real good tournament down there. Jordy Roop stepping to the plate.
And takes the ball. Runner on first, nobody out. And that one across for a strike, 1-1. And this one given a ride way back, and it hits the warning track and down. Good defense there by the Beavers, only allowing a single on that and advancing the runner to second only.
Yeah, Camp had to hold up. He thought that might have been caught, so he only gets to second base.
And that'll bring up Jordan Roop.
Preston Zaleski's your batter now.
Actually, Preston Zaleski will be on there, and he hits it right to third. Little trouble fielding it at third. Camp is going to go home, play at the plate, can't hang on to it, and the runners advance to second and third. Zaleski with a double. Runners at second and third with one away.
One away, runners in the sweet spots, and like you said in the top of the first inning, the action is fast and furious, and that's why you see the kind of crowd you do here on a championship game night.
The next batter,
Blake Henry.
gives this one a ride, and runner's going to tag up from third and gets there to home. Another run crosses, that ties it up. Another runner, Zaleski, will advance to third. So just like that, it's 2-2 with two away here in the bottom of the first.
Your pitcher, Jake Mendring, coming to the plate now. He's had a lot of good two-out hits here with runners in scoring position. Let's see if he can do it now with Zaleski at third.
Mendring right past second base, and that will bring in Zaleski. So a RBI single for the pitcher, which sounds way more impressive in the major leagues, but still. And it's a 3-2 long baller lead.
They'll take it any way they can get it.
And another shot in the same place, and is that a catch? They're going to say no. Good effort out there by Rolston trying to bring that one in, and another hit to keep this inning going for the long ballers.
Yep, you've got three Ralstons out there. Brock in right, Cole at third, and Spencer behind the plate.
This one deep to center field and caught for the third out. Helm with the nice catch, and one in the books. And the long ballers on top as we head to the second. LED lights illuminating the warehouse here at Wren. New addition from last year. Makes it a nicer area to view, certainly on television, but also the fans, nearly 1,500 by our estimate, that have lined the left and right sides of the field and center to watch this game here between the Beavers and the Long Ballers. Beavers up here in the top of the second. Long Ballers leading 3-2. Beavers up to bat.
Yeah, those new lights really brighten up the field. Takes away maybe a little bit, you know, you have all the intricacies of wiffle ball.
It's a hot shot down the third base line, but fielded very nicely for the first out.
You don't have those dark spots that you have to fight through that you used to play with, you know, with the street light or whatever at nighttime. So that's a great addition, but again, just a little fun to reminisce.
And this one is hit to center field, and Lingrich with the catch. So two away quickly here in the Beavers second. And now here's Murphy. Tough field there at third base, and Murphy gets a hit out of it as Cam can't bring it in.
These guys are still hustling. Again, championship game style, but this is the fourth game they've played in this tournament.
Brock Rolston up now. 1 on, 2 out. And this one a hot shot past the pitcher and no play. The runner will advance to second, so runners at first and second. A little 2-out action here for the Beavers in the top of the second.
And whenever you can put a run across the plate with 2 outs, that can be a dagger.
And a ball. 1-0, and this is a rope out to left field, and a run will score easily. So an RBI single for the Beavers ties this one up at 3.
Nice drive down the left field line. The Murphy boys, veterans of the tournament, along with the Ralstons.
And this one is a rope and right into the hands
Preston Zaleski
of Preston Zaleski right there. And that is the third out, but the Beavers tack another one on, and we're tied up at 3 as we head to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second coming up, Roop, Zaleski, and Henry. The lineup here in this part of the inning for the long ballers. The 0-1 on the way, and this one chopped at the plate, and it'll be foul. So we'll do it again here, 1-1.
You can't bunt in wiffle ball. You got to take a full swing. We have had one batter called out during the tournament because he didn't take a full swing. Tim Busher right there on the spot. That was a full swing, and it just went foul.
This one also a chopper, and it works out. Roop gets on base as Rolston. Nice hustle play out there to try and field it, but didn't have a play at first base, so a runner on with nobody out. And this one, another chopper there by the plate.
I guess you'd define that as the short game in action.
You say you can't bunt. Why would you want to in wiffle ball? Like, why would?
Exactly. You want to get your cuts in.
And a hot potato there at first base. The pitcher gets him out at first, and almost a double play there. Roop safe at second, one away.
Got a lot of speed out here. You get a look at the dimensions of the diamond with Dylan Henry, or Blake Henry, your batter. It's a 60-degree diamond.
This one right out to short center field and fielded for the second out.
Brock Ralston with the catch. It's a 60-degree diamond, so you don't have 90-degree angles, but the bases are all 50 feet apart.
And a pop fly out, can of corn, and that's 3 outs. So on to the third we go, and we're still tied. Third inning getting ready to get started here at the Wren Wiffleball Tournament. Patrick Hamler, Dave Bowen here with you, and it's a frenetic pace. You wouldn't think that with wiffle ball, but these innings can zip by pretty fast, and they are so far.
They absolutely are moving. And again, getting back to the diamond, 60 degrees, but the bases are all 50 feet apart. That pushes second base into short center field, and home plate to the pitcher's mound, 30 feet.
Ralston, the batter, takes a strike. All tied up at 3 here as we begin the third inning. This one shot back to the pitcher and no play as another infield single for the Beavers to get him started here in the third. So Cole Ralston gets on base, and now Damian Helm up. And this one is a chopper right to second base. Tough play there at second, but right in the runner's base path gets the short out there at second, and Helm will get on first, so one away.
They go hard, but again, the players respect each other, and good sportsmanship shown there by both players with the contact at second base.
Malachi Murphy up. One away. Top of the third here. And this one right back to the pitcher and gets that one at first. And it will advance the runner to second. So Mink having to do a lot of fielding there at the pitching position tonight.
Yeah, a little interesting. He didn't try to go to second. He had first base on his mind the whole time, but now they have a runner in scoring position.
And this one to right field and fielded by Zaleski. And that wraps up their half of the third inning as they'll go to the bottom of the third. We'll keep it here for right now. Saw Zaleski do a lot of fielding in their semifinal matchup as they were able to beat clean 13 in the semifinal, and Zaleski doing a lot of fielding to get to that point. Actually, they beat Luganville Construction actually in the semifinal, and usually the right fielder is the guy who doesn't see a whole lot of action, but it seemed like every other play he was having to field the ball.
Yeah, he's had some innings where he's caught all 3 balls in the inning. It's been unique that the right fielders throughout the tournament have seen a lot of action this year. So the players at the plate are trying to find that hole, trying to find that weakness in the defense, probing, and because you're going to hit the ball. We have had a couple strikeouts, and you hear the cat calls when that happens, of course. But
so here at the bottom of the third, and a scoop play there to first base, not in time.
Connor Limbridge reaches safely to lead things off for the long ballers.
So that's going to bring up Adrian Camp. One on, nobody out. Bottom of the third, all tied up at 3. Long ballers up the bat, and this one is a frozen rope right to right field and caught by Rolston. So 1 away. And this one by Roop. This one will land and safe at second and first. Close play there at second. And that'll bring a runner on first and second with only 1 away.
Outstanding field conditions this year. Last year, we had a lot of moisture. And
little soup out there
yes.
last year.
Zaleski, your batter.
This is Zaleski right to second base again. Gets the out at second and will hold the runners. Actually, the runner going to advance from first to second. So nice heads up running there by Zaleski. Lingerich at third. So second and third will be the runners with 2 away.
And a great decision by Malachi Murphy not to throw it to second. Just like you teach the young kids in youth baseball, don't throw the ball around.
I think that was a strike. Strike 2. 0-2 coming up. And this one right to the third baseman. Should be an easy play. It is. And saves the run. So no runs in that part of the third inning as we head to the fourth. Still tied at 3. Welcome back. Ready to begin the fourth inning. Here the Wiffle Ball Tournament Championship between the Beavers and the Long Ballers. A rematch of the 2016 championship, which saw the Beavers win the tournament. And we're all tied up this time here into the fourth as Nehemiah Murphy at the plate. The pitch. And this one a chopper again and unable to field it. Murphy on base, so another leadoff hit for the Beavers to start the fourth.
Yeah, they've about had their leadoff runner on, or leadoff batter on in every inning, I believe.
Mink is getting shelled in pitching position. This one is a foul ball. Nice catch there in foul territory as Camp brings that one in, 1 away.
Along with the lights, that was another addition this year. We used to have some picket fence, but now it is all green wall completely surrounding the diamond, except right behind home plate.
New batter, and this one will be fair. Hit right down the third base line. Will advance the runner. Nice single. So runners at first and second with 1 away.
Cole Ralston takes that one down the third base line. Damian Helm stepping to the plate.
Helm with a chance to break the tie. Runner in scoring position. Takes strike 1. So the 0-1. And ball 1. 1-1 coming up. And this one right to Mink. Mink to first for the plate. Runners advance to second and third, however, and 2 away.
Another smash off the pitcher. An earlier game in the tournament, Sam Eisenbarger was pitching. He had sunglasses on. He took a ball right off his sunglasses and actually cut the skin up by his nose and his eye. But he came back to pitch. Didn't stop him. He'd be from the Bunnies.
What a warrior. That's a strike. Well, you have glasses knocked off your face. That's not fun.
No.
And this one rifled right to second. It's going to be a tough play as 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in for the Beavers. 2-run single for, I believe that's Nehemiah Murphy. So a big 2-out hit, plates 2, and the Beavers on top 5-3. And now Spencer Rolston tried to keep the inning alive, and this one infield, going to be a tough play and not in time. Rolston with the speed down the first base line, so they keep it going. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Here's the next batter. See if they can keep the inning going. This one is a pop fly, caught right by the first baseman rather, and that is it. So they put up 2, and the Beavers up 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. So the Hall of Fame was started for the Wren Wiffle Ball Tournament, and it got started last year with few guys getting in.
Yeah,
and no one came in this year, though, but we had quite a few last year.
That's correct. The inaugural Hall of Fame induction ceremony last year to commemorate the 25th year of the tournament. And Dusty Clousing, Jamie Davis, Neil Slusher, Doug Bussey, Adam Ashball, and Dusty Strickler are parts of that first Hall of Fame class.
So the 4th inning stretch, they play 7 innings.
That's correct.
So here we are in the 4th inning.
And we've got Steve Cleet Lotzenheiser taking the crowd through Take Me Out to the Ball game. He's our official scorekeeper.
And since the long ballers are the home team, you're supposed to say, let's get some runs. But that's all right.
And they need some runs since they're down 2.
Bottom of the 4th coming up here for the long ballers, down 5-3. As we said, a very fast pace to wiffle ball, as the Beavers and the long ballers have kept it going pretty fast. And here's another shot right to the pitcher, and a hot potato there as it is not fielded cleanly there by Cole Rolston. And that gets a runner on as the long ballers get their leadoff hitter on to start the 4th.
Yep, and being down 2, they need him on there, and they need to move him around.
The second pitch, and this one is back right in front of the Green Monster, and the catch is made, 1 away. Nice play there by Helm.
Your third baseman, Adrian Camp, stepping to the plate. Got a dent in the ball, got to trade it out here.
One of the things that happens in wiffle ball that really doesn't happen anywhere else, stoppage in play to get the dent out of the wiffle ball. Well, they just exchange it, they have another wiffle ball.
Yeah, we're not going to trade balls out after every pitch that goes in the dirt like they do in Major League Baseball. We're going to keep playing with it, get the dent out, and let's get after it.
And this one is a rocket, but foul. Major League Baseball may want to take a few lessons of the timing of how these games advance.
And you look at the crowd, and it does send a message.
I mean, you can race a sausage after every half inning, but that's entirely up to you. This one is a shot out to right field, and it is caught. Nice tip drill out there by Helm to eventually bring it in. That's going to send the runner back to first. So 2 away now for the long ballers.
They haven't been able to move that runner along, that leadoff single, but let's see what Jordy Roop can do here.
The Falcon, and gives this one a ride. Is going to be in foul territory and not caught. Close to the fence out there in left field.
They had a shift on, and Roop tried to go opposite direction and ended up being Cole Ralston at third, who had the best shot at reeling that one in.
Another pitch, and this one center field and caught as Helm all over the place. Ball's pretty much hit to him here, and that is the end of the 4th inning, and we head to the 5th, still 5-3 Beavers. 5th inning ready to get started here at the Wren Wiffleball Tournament. Patrick Kamler and Dave Bowen here. The championship game, the 26th championship game. After this tournament was in place for 15 years, Wren was designated the Wiffleball capital of Ohio by Governor Ted Strickland, and in a stunning move of bipartisan cooperation, Governor John Kasich has kept the Wiffleball capital of Ohio intact, which is where we broadcast this game this evening.
I don't have anything to say to that, Patrick. That's awesome.
I'm just saying, sometimes
silence
it works out.
Yeah.
Just saying, sometimes it works out. Top of the 5th, Beavers in the orange up to bat, leading this one 5-3. Another strike. And the pitch. And this one is a shot to deep center field of the warning track. And the runner is going to be safe at second.
Spencer Ralston with the leadoff double, and the eager Beavers, they want to play add-on here in the top of the 5th inning. Good time to mention our officiating crew, because we have a lot of bang-bang plays as well. Behind the plate, we have longtime wiffle ball umpire Tim Busher. At first base, Jeff Klaus. And at second and third, Bob Post.
And Tim Busher calling the strike You get 3 balls and 3 strikes in wiffle ball. 0-1 pitch here for Cole Rolston. And this one will advance the runner. Going to be a play at first, and the runner is safe. And thought about advancing and maybe in trouble. Is he going to get to second? He does, and the runner's going to take advantage and get home. The Beavers tack another one on. The runner's going to be out at second, but they do get a run to cross and make it 6-3 Beavers.
Smart base running there by Ralston. He gave himself up, but they got another run across the plate. And right now, as we get into the late innings, every run is huge.
Rolston got in no man's land there, but Spencer Rolston able to cross. And a little tip drill and dives at first and gets the second out on Damian Helm.
Another safety feature that was added last year, the safety base at first base. As you see in high school softball, we have 2 bases there. And again, the runner gets the orange one, the defense gets the white one.
Malachi Murphy, and this one past the third baseman, and Lingerich unable to make a play on it. So with 2 outs, Murphy gets on base.
Brock Ralston, your batter.
Rolston up now, and this one will be close play at second and gets the force out at second, and that's 3. But the Beavers tack another one on, and as we head to the bottom of the 5th, they lead by a score of 6-3. So it's getting out there a little bit. Certainly not out of the realm of the long ballers to come back in this one, but they keep adding on. The Beavers are producing every single inning. Only 1 inning have they put up a goose egg. Everything else has been 2 runs, 1 run, 2 in the 4th, and 1 here in the 5th.
Yeah, and the long ballers, it's a simple game. It's an easy ball coming in there, but you're down 3 runs and the pressure starts to mount. You know you've only got a finite number of outs to play with. You got to get on the board. You want to get back in it so you can relax at the plate a little bit more in a tie game, or even if you can get the lead. But we'll see what they can do with Preston Zaleski leading things off.
Please rise and join Mr. Corey Brett in the singing of God Bless America.
So we'll have a pause in the action here as Corey Brett, who sang the national anthem, will now sing God Bless America.
Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
All right, Corey.
Nice job by Corey Brett.
Excellent rendition. And again, it just a little bit of Americana, if you will. Small town, USA.
I imagine the apple pie will be brought up here to our announce position any second.
Anytime you want it.
Okay.
Patrick, anytime you want it.
Terrific. Getting ready for the bottom of the 5th now. Long ballers at the plate, trailing 6-3. Try to get some runs started here. Runs going. And try and close the gap. And this one, grounder to third base, and points for artistry there, trying to get to first, but it is an out.
Zaleski with the flip going down to first base.
Blake Henry at the plate, and strike called. The 0-2. And a chopper right in front, fielded by the third baseman, and quickly away is Henry, and 2 away just like that for the long ballers.
Cole Ralston playing third exceptionally well for the Eager Beavers.
This one is a strike. Murphy doing well on the mound here tonight. The 0-1, and this one right over his head, but quickly there is Rolston with another terrific fielding effort. 3 up, 3 down for the long ballers as we head to the 6th. 6-3 Beavers here on WOSN. Top of the 6th inning, getting ready to get started here. The Wren Wiffleball Tournament Championship on WOSN. A repeat of the 2016 final between the Beavers and the Long Ballers. As I said, the 26th edition of the Wiffle Ball Tournament. And this one a fly ball, and Lingrich is there to make the catch, one away. When they start getting teams together for this is a process where we're here in mid-August, but this is a process that starts in late July, getting ready for this.
Absolutely. The draw, or the sign-up is on August 1st, which was a Tuesday this year, but we had teams.
Pop fly to the catcher, and quickly out.
Yep, teams lining up the Thursday before and the last week of July. So when it came time to put your money on the table, you were guaranteed a spot. The championship team, they don't have to wait in line, so it's a nice perk to take home the trophy besides getting it done on the field.
And the Beavers taking advantage of the rest right now, up 6-3 in this one.
Yeah, the Long Ballers want to avenge last year's loss, but it's not happening right now.
That's a fair ball. So the runner will get on first with one away. So now Helm up and try to advance the runner. Ball one. Mink with the 1-0. And this one is a shot just past second base and no play.
And I'm sure Damien enjoys getting some at-bats in because he currently plays baseball for the IPFW Mastodons, and he's a pitcher. So this is the only time he gets to swing the thing.
And this one is a shot. Lingrich is there for the catch. Nice diving effort. And that gets the third out. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. No damage done for the Beavers. Long Ballers coming up to bat, trailing 6-3. For a long time, one of the aspects of this tournament was you had the same team for a while just kind of dominating. And here in the last couple of years, you've been able to see kind of some new teams, new players kind of getting involved and being able to win the tournament. The Beavers were, if they weren't a first-time winner last year, they hadn't won very many.
Correct. MKS Siding dominated the tournament there for a while, and then last year they did not win it after winning it, I believe, 4 years consecutively. And then their team split up. Some of the guys were going to retire, and then when it came down to really retiring, they couldn't say no, but they joined other teams. So it's a blind draw when you get into this tournament, and it is unique that these two teams are facing each other, not only that they got here by winning, but that they were on opposite sides of the bracket.
So they wanted to retire, just couldn't do it, joined different teams instead. I mean, that's the Brett Favre story.
You got that? Yeah, exactly. And the other unique aspect is that several of those guys that played with MKS went to the Whiffers, and they ended up playing each other in the first game. The Whiffers and MKS Siding, and MKS Siding came out on top in 9 innings.
One out here in the bottom of the 6th, and this one right back to the pitcher. Murphy, 2 away.
The brothers Murphy. And you have the brothers Ralston, and then you throw Damian Helm in here with the Eager Beavers.
There's only 3 last names. I mean, that makes it kind of easy to call it in theory.
In theory. But when you throw Ralston out, you might be right, but right. You don't know which one it is.
I got a 50-50 shot of when I say Ralston getting the right guy. There's a base hit, so the Long Ballers trying to generate some offense. Scored 3 runs in the first inning, have been shut out since, and this one could be a quick one, and it is off of Ralston's feet. So runners at first and second now with 2 out as the Ballers having a rally here, and the tie run coming up to the plate.
Yeah, Henry here needs to come through. We're in the bottom of the 6th. You've got 4 outs to play with in regulation. He pops it up.
Pops it up, and right there is Murphy for the catch, and that is the 3rd out. So they leave 2 stranded, and as we head to the 7th, it's the Beavers up 6-3. Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning, ready to get started. The Wren Tournament Championship here on WOSN, and the Beavers are an inning away from making the victory lap around the field, as is tradition here at the warehouse.
Yeah, And speaking of victories in a different way, we also conduct a home run derby, similar to the All-Star Home Run Derby at Major League Baseball. And congratulations to Caden Hurlis, who comes away with this year's Derby championship.
Hurley, a senior at Crestview, plays golf and baseball. So we'll be calling his name, I'm sure, more than a few occasions this season on the Sports Report via highlights. And Mink fields it to first to Roop, one away. And the long ballers would like to have a clean inning here, give them a better chance to try and come back. As another shot to Mink, and fielding those a lot better. Mink and Roop just going back and forth, and 2 quick outs for the Beavers.
Yeah, try and take care of business here with Spencer Ralston at the plate, and get in there and get him on, get him over, and get him in.
And Ralston gets this one to drop right there in front of second base, or beside second base, so he'll get on with 2 away. So Cole Ralston now will come up. Runner on first, 2 away. Last batting opportunity here for the Beavers, and chops at this one and try to throw it at second base, and no one home, as the runners will be safe at first and second with Damian Helm coming up.
The long ballers got to stop this run right now. They cannot allow the Beavers to put another run across the plate.
Ball 1. The 1-0. And Helm, can of corn right by second base, and Lingrich is there for the catch. So they leave 2 stranded as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And the long ballers with one more chance to try and send this one either to extra innings or win it, but they're down 6-3. The match last year, this game went into extra innings before the Beavers came out on top.
Yep, an exciting championship game with extra innings last year. Now let's see what the long ballers can do. They put 3 on the board in an inning before, or in this game. It's just that it was the very first inning, but you just got to go 1 pitch at a time here, Patrick.
So either the Beavers or the long ballers will have their name added to the sign that commemorates each wiffle ball champion since 1992, I believe.
They get to take care of and honor and own a championship trophy for 1 year, but then they got to put it back on the table for the next tournament.
So Minjerink is the batter. Will start the bottom half of the 7th inning, and a quick out right back to the pitcher, 1 away. Now Connor Lingrich will come up as the chances are running dry here for the long ballers, and this one is a shot to second, and he will get on. So they keep it alive here with 1 away, 1 on.
Tying run in the on-deck circle.
Adrian Camp at the plate. And Jordan Roop representing the possible tying run. Camp with a swing and a miss. Might have tipped it, hard to say from this point, but a strike is a strike. Here's the 0-1. And Camp gets out and gets a base hit, able to advance the runner. So with 1 out, runners at first and second with Jordan Roop up, and he represents the tying run here for the long ballers.
Yep, a little bit of life here for the long ballers. Let's see what they can do with it.
And he's going to chop it up, try to make it advance, and gets on base as try to get the force at third and not in position. So the bases are loaded for Preston Zaleski, and he represents the winning run.
We got ourselves some drama, Patrick. That's what we're here for.
And a grand salami will wrap this one up. Not that he needs that, but just throwing it out there.
That would be fun to see. You've got good speed all the way around the base paths.
And Zaleski chops it. Could be 2, and they just get Zaleski forced at first, and a runner will come across, so they cut into the lead, 6-4 now. 2 runners in scoring position.
Yep, we got a sub coming in to the game. Dylan Henry's going to bat.
So a pinch hitter, Dylan Henry from Bowling Green, and I believe he was in the home run contest, was he not?
Not sure about that. I believe you are correct with that, Patrick. Let's see what he can do here. If he can go yard here, this place would go nuts. The long ballers, a lot of local flavor.
And sends this one out right field, and that is it. That is out 3, and the comeback falls short. The Beavers win the 2017 Wren Wiffleball Championship as the fireworks and confetti go off here at Renway.
Back-to-back championships for the Eager Beavers. Congratulations. Both teams shake hands, and this is the spectacle that is post-championship game. Awesome experience for the players and the fans.
The confetti going off, the fireworks you hear lighting up the village of Wren this evening, the team shaking hands. We'll show you the trophy celebration and presentation when we come back here on WOSN. So we got a final here at the Wren Wiffleball Tournament Championship. The Eager Beavers are your 2-time champions. They go back-to-back. They beat the Long Ballers tonight here 6-3. The fireworks still going off. The confetti just about coming down to earth and setting. And we'll have the trophy presentation along with the spraying of bubbly,
yes,
which accompanies every championship.
You got it. The sparkling water, the trophy, and the coveted championship t-shirts. You can't buy those t-shirts, Patrick. You have to earn them.
So it's a rite of passage, really, to win those.
It absolutely is. A lot of the guys from past championship teams, they'll wear that t-shirt one night a year, and this is that night.
So this is what they say. You could say this is what they've looked for since late July, but maybe all year.
Absolutely, absolutely. Late July is just when you're finally getting focused. And you start having scrimmages, all in the thought process of being able to do what these guys are doing right now.
So there it is, the celebration continuing as the Eager Beavers, your 2017 Wren Wiffleball Tournament champions.
Introducing the players again for the Eager Beavers, earning their moment in the spotlight, as we like to say, or that one moment in time. I want to reference a little
one
NCAA.
shining moment. There you go.
Yes. Cole Ralston, Damian Helm, your left fielder.
Malachi Murphy next.
Pitcher for the Eager Beavers.
Only allowing 3 runs.
Right fielder, Brock Ralston. Nehemiah anchored first base for the Eager Beavers throughout the tournament.
Next would be Spencer Rolston, who was the catcher. And Caleb Lloyd was the coach of the Eager Beavers this year.
And in case somebody got hurt, he would transfer from coach to player.
Right. Just like baseball in the early 20th century.
Or when Pete Rose was a player manager for the Reds.
Right, yeah, that too. That too. So just like last year, the Eager Beavers are standing at the end of the 26th Wren Wiffleball Tournament as the tournament champions.
Commissioner Jack Davis passed out the well-earned prizes to the champions, along with the help of his wife and the mayor of the city of Wren, Monica Davis.
Outstanding. So the team takes their victory lap, and that is where we are going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you for watching this presentation on WOSN Sports. The Eager Beavers are your 2017 Wren Wiffleball Tournament champions. For Dave Bowen and our entire WOSN staff, I'm Patrick Hamler saying so long, everyone, from Wren.